Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of 3 Points, first one of the new year, and we're joined by a player today, Kendall Moore. Kendall, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing today?
It's a great day. It's a great day. Always a great day. I get to talk to Carroll College basketball, and first things first, we always kind of recap the past on this show. And y'all played 2 games since I last talked to Coach Lundgren. First, took on Lakeland, a school out of Canada here. Stayed undefeated at home, 4-0 at home. I guess just how'd that game go from your perspective?
I feel like we started off a little slow, and you could tell because I feel like I wouldn't say we were just getting off like that little week break because we knew we had a game coming back. But yeah, we started off a little slow, and I kind of take responsibility on that because being a point guard, I feel like I got to bring in some energy, like just lead some of the guys. And so yeah, I'll take a little bit of responsibility on that. But we started off pretty slow, but then like second half we started to pick it up, and we handled business. And I want to say, UNLV was the next game. It was a good experience. Good experience. Obviously, the score might not have shown that, but when it's exhibition games like that, it's kind of just want to see like how you hold up, how you competing against like a level above you, or just like just see where you at, see where you need to work at, and it was a good experience.
Yeah, what was it like going down to Vegas? They're taking UNLV and playing in Thomas and Mack. It's kind of an iconic venue, not just for basketball, for a lot of different things. I guess just what was the whole trip like for you?
Well, for me, this was actually my first time in Vegas, so I was excited. I remember at first we were supposed to play on the week of Thanksgiving. So when they got rescheduled to New Year's, I'm like, we got to wait a little longer. But yeah, for it to be my first time in Vegas, it was a great experience. Got to see the city, and then obviously I had never been in UNLV's gym, so that was a great experience too, just to practice, get some shots up in there. It was a good experience overall.
Yeah, and then that game itself, like Coach Lundgren said, this was a game you guys actually kind of came out and really defended really well, it felt like. And you led the team in scoring in that one, but obviously, as you said, Mountain West team's exhibition game is real good. But how did you feel like the team did kind of on the defensive end in that game?
Now, we did a great job on defense. In the half court, we were in half court. I feel like we forced them. We forced them to take tough shots. We were winning the rebounding game probably until like the last 2 minutes of the game. So we did a great job on defense. I feel like where we struggled at was just like being strong with the ball on offense. We had a bunch of ill-advised turnovers in the first half, and that's kind of where like the separation kind of happened. But other than that, on the defense, then we did a wonderful job. I'm proud of the guys.
And you bring up the rebound. That's kind of something similar to what we saw when y'all took on not Utah State, Utah Valley down there. And you guys also did really well on the rebounding end. But also looking back on the past with you yourself, Kendall, you've had really interesting college journey. You started out, you're from Dayton, and then you went over to Corbin in Oregon, immediately made an impact there. You're kind of a freshman year over in the Cascade Conference, NAIA school, and then you went down to Florida, and then you played at Chipola, and then now you're here sitting in Montana. I guess, what has your college journey been like so far for you?
The journey, I would say, it's been a challenge, but I've enjoyed every second of it because I know like when I get older, I'm gonna be able to look back. I'm gonna be like, damn, like I really withstood like a lot of setbacks, like just changing new sceneries. It's been a great experience. I done came across a bunch of wonderful people, just seen a lot of new places, and I'm very grateful for my experience because COVID, obviously, it was like they gave me an extra year, so I actually had like 3 freshman years. So I redshirted. Then the year at Corbin was the COVID year, so I got freshman of the year there. And then the year after that was my official freshman year. And then I transferred to Chipola, so I was sophomore last year, and here I am junior now. So it's been a journey, been a lot of places.
For sure. And you talked about you kind of been in school for a while. Is there what kind of degree or job are you kind of pursuing? Besides basketball, obviously, that's always the number one. But.
So right now I'm a marketing major, and honestly, I feel like since marketing is such like a broad topic, the opportunities that come with it are endless. Like everybody needs a marketing, like a marketing group, somebody to market their business. And honestly, I feel like the goal for me, I want to play professionally overseas, and then just continue to just meet people, come across different opportunities, and just be a good person. Because I feel like 80% of life is just being a good person, and opportunities will come your way. I've never really sat down and like said, like, this is what I want to do. And I don't really think that's a bad thing. I think I just want to like just go about life how I am right now, and just take each opportunity as it comes, and whichever one I decide I choose, whatever I choose to do, you just give them all.
Yeah, and that's a good sentiment, man. You got a lot of years ahead of you. And then, in Corbin, you talked about when you were the Cascade Conference freshman, you were putting up 14 a game, really dynamic. And then between then, obviously, you moved around a lot, but eventually you kind of decided to come back to Carroll College, and now you're kind of back to that high-scoring mark on this team. I think you've only had one game in NAIA play that wasn't double-digit scoring. So I guess what went into that decision that ended up paying off to come here to Carroll all the way from Florida?
Gotcha. Coach Lundgren, he was pretty much the main reason why I came here. He called me throughout the summertime. He told me to enjoy my game, and he just instilled a lot of trust and confidence within me. And as a player, that's really all you can ask for. A coach who will just let you, like, not necessarily like play how you want to play, but just be able to play through mistakes and just have confidence, like 100% confidence in how you play. And yeah, that's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, and he's definitely let you do that from just watching it this season, which is exciting. And then kind of starting to move into the second part or second point, 3 points while I was looking in the future. Just first things first, going to play Carroll. You're Carroll. You're going to play Providence up in Great Falls there to start Frontier Conference play. Just, I know it might be a little early in your scout of them, but I guess just what are you expecting out of that game?
Well, obviously it's a road game, so it's going to be tough, like just coming in on the road trying to get a dub. But we know they're like high-power offense. They like to get a lot of threes up. And really, if we come in there, play defense, force them to take tough shots, and we control the tempo of the game, I feel like we can come out with a dub.
And then obviously just in the Frontier as a whole, I guess just how excited are you to finally, obviously y'all played kind of one of the hardest non-conference slates, definitely in the conference, but maybe even in the country, just with how many ranked teams you played, and especially on the road and neutral. But just how excited are you to finally kind of get into conference play? The road trips aren't as long and get to play at home more.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. Not now just because we don't have to worry about flying. I'm not really a fan of flying. So, like, just being able to drive is cool to the games. And obviously, like, I want to say, even though we're Carroll, I still feel like we're an underdog because based off the record, we near the bottom half of the conference. So I feel like we can come up and sneak up on all the teams in the conference for real. I'm excited for each game, each home game, all the away games. I'm excited.
Yeah, that will be fun, and obviously you get the rivalries, and just as you said, you're kind of close driving distance. There's players on your team that played against these guys in high school. I mean, you might have played against some of the other players in this conference throughout your journey. And then finally, I guess, what are some things you think this team, obviously kind of gotten to know each other really well, but just going forward, like maybe you want to change or improve on or continue to work on or just keep going, can keep consistent?
Something we can improve on. It's more so to me personally, I feel like just learning how to stick together when adversity hits. Like we got a lot of upperclassmen on the team, and I feel like if we can hold our heads and stay confident when the going gets rough, then it will be a great example for our underclassmen who haven't experienced a lot of things in college right now, and they'll know how to handle it. So I feel like just knowing how to stick together through our adversity is what we need to improve on.
That's good. That's good. And then finally, third point. It's always the fun one. I'm gonna throw some different sports at you. And which players on the team do you think you can count yourself for some of them? But we're looking for are the best at certain other sports, not basketball.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you honest answers too.
Okay. Yeah. I want some honesty here. So it's just starting in football. Who on the Saints do you think would be some of the best football players?
Me.
You?
Me. I've seen Gee kick a field goal. He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Josiah, he swear he one of the best receivers to come out of Carroll. I don't really believe it, but I'm gonna have to. I guess I'll give you it.
I watched Josiah's high school team play. I don't remember him, but he's got that length.
Hey, Josiah, he don't remember you.
Hey, I watched him play basketball. I remember he played He's good at basketball, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, what position you play in football?
Sure, I play quarterback, like running back. See now, it's kind of crazy because like they'll be like, "Oh, you can't see over the lineman," but it's cool. Like honestly, football is my first love. You shouldn't have started off with football because
that's yours. First off, that's good though. That's good. And then what about golf? Who's the best golfer?
Oh, Garv for sure. Garv, Riley. Luke, he's a sleeper. And yeah, them the only three people I've actually seen golf. And Garv, he's like that. He
Okay,
got a
he's
nice
good.
swing.
Yeah, he's got it. Okay, what about like water polo?
Oh, water polo. You know what? That seems like something Gee might be good at. Or no, you know what? No, something like that. I'll give it to James. James seems like he might be good at that.
He's got that tenacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's all I have for now. Thank you for your time, Kendall. I appreciate it, and good luck this week.
Thank you. Thank you.